99. Are you in the clear?
Unit 99 to KMA 907. Unit 99, Sergeant Meredith, 909, in service, on the air. This is Sergeant Dan Meredith of Unit 99 at Headquarters, Police Department, City of Sacramento, California. My detail is to ride in Unit 99, our tape recorder-equipped radio car, and to respond whenever the dispatcher transmits a signal to one of our other units on duty somewhere in the city. At the scene, we make the recordings for this program. Now, to tell you more about Unit 99, here is our chief, James V. Hicks, Sacramento Police.
Unit 99 is a regulation radio patrol unit of the Sacramento Police Department, cruising the streets with a tape recorder. Sergeant Meredith is on duty and works for your protection, as every police officer does. He can and does make arrests. His orders are to respond to the radio call. You go with him, and what you hear is real. Police, criminals, victims, and witnesses are all real. And whether an arrest is made or the subject released, what happens is real. Make no mistake about that. Now to Unit 99 and Sergeant Dan Meredith on duty.
Unit 7. Unit 7. Check on an attempted suicide. This was reported by the man's brother. Check 17
An attempt suicide. Unit 7's on the call. Better go along and see if we can help out. Unit just pulled into the curb. We're right behind him.
I'd kill myself. I would really, honest to God, you give me a gun, I'll shoot myself.
No, you don't want to do that.
Give me a gun, I'll shoot myself.
I think we'd better go over to the hospital and have the doctor look you over,
Not
okay?
that much. That's my own brother.
I know you do.
I love her.
Sure.
I love her, but she always goes away. I don't know why.
I don't doubt
I'd
that.
kill myself. She'll have been up her home. You ask her.
Listen, let's take the guy's advice now. You go over to the hospital.
You ask her.
Listen, you know where the county hospital is over here.
I bought her home. Did I, brother? Did I buy a nice
Yeah,
home?
we know all that. Come on, now, let's go over to the county hospital.
Let's go. Why don't you go to the hospital and
Well,
let
what
the
do you
doctor check
take
you
me
over?
to the hospital for?
Because this gas you've inhaled, I want the doctor to check you over, see that it hasn't hurt you.
I didn't kill myself.
Well, now that isn't going to get it. You know it. That isn't going to get it.
I didn't kill myself.
You're solving your problems, but you're causing everybody else a terrific amount of problems.
Yeah.
Your wife, your child. Yeah. Well, listen, why don't you go on with us over to the hospital? We'll have the doctor look you over.
No.
Oh, look, have I given you any trouble? Have I asked you to do anything?
You're a nice guy.
Okay, I'm just asking you to go over with me to the hospital, let the doctor check you. I don't want you to be sick about this, see? I don't want you to be sick, and if you've inhaled enough gas, you could be pretty sick, boy.
Come on, let's go.
No.
Now, let's go on over to the hospital. Oh, don't be silly. I'm not going to stand there and let you kill yourself. I'm not going to stand there and let you kill yourself.
Why do you stand in my way?
Why should I stand in your way?
Yeah.
Because you're not thinking right now, and you need somebody to stand in your way.
I just want to kill myself.
Well, now, that doesn't make sense. To you, it makes sense. To me, it doesn't. And right now isn't the time for you to decide what you want to do because you're not normal. You're upset. You're terrifically upset. And now isn't the time for you to do anything but just go to sleep. And when you're tomorrow after this drink, I'm going to take you down and let the doctor talk to you. And then if he says he advises it, we'll let you sleep right there at the hospital tonight where there's somebody that can watch you.
Wait. I got to protect my home.
Oh, nothing's going to happen. He'll lock it up. It'll be all right.
Well, Lopez, what's this all about?
Well, it seems that there's been some in-law trouble over a period of time, and his wife is not at home now, and I assume from what I've heard that she is at her mother's. And seems to be some interference from the mother into their family affairs. He has a stepdaughter who he cares a great deal for, who he's afraid of losing, and he's been drinking tonight, and apparently feels very sorry for himself.
Well, what was this attempt suicide caused by?
Well, he turned all the gas jets on in the house and closed and locked all the windows and doors, and then he called his brother on the telephone and advised him of that fact, and his brother came over and broke into the house and found the gas in there.
Was this man lying on the floor, or was he conscious?
When we arrived, he was standing on the front porch with his brother. Apparently, he'd been dragged out by his brother and was standing on the front porch when we arrived.
You're the brother?
I don't know what to do. He called me and told he was going to gas himself, and so I didn't know anything else to call you guys.
Is he having trouble with his wife?
Yeah, his wife, he claims has left him, and
He's becoming despondent.
she's left him a couple, 3 times, according to, you know.
Yeah. Well, I see that he's partially willing to go now, so let's try and get him down to the hospital.
so-
Okay, if I drive? Got my driver? Okay, boy. No, we'll take the squad car, so we have the radio to listen to on the way down, huh? Okay. We'll follow you down to the hospital. Lopez, what are you and your partner Brian going to do on this now? Well, the man's been examined, and we put him in Ward 15 of the county hospital, which is for mental patients. And he'll be kept here for the balance of the night for observation. And I think probably the doctor seems to feel that he'll be released in the morning after talking to the doctor in the morning. The doctor believes that his condition will be entirely different tomorrow. Well, he feels that it's a temporary thing, and then tomorrow he'll have a different aspect of the thing, you know.
The man who attempted suicide was drunk and despondent, but the fact that he telephoned his brother after turning on the gas indicated that his desire to take his own life was not too intense. He was held 2 nights for observation and then released. I hope you noticed the diplomacy with which the officer handled this man.
Units 242 and 246. 20th and Q Queen. Investigate a report of a small boy in a bar. Check, came in on a 7.
Juvenile Officer Star Jill in York just received a call to 20th and Q regarding a child in a bar. We're just about 2 miles away. Let's see what it's about. This is Officer Stodge Hill in York, just going in. Let's get out.
Oh, no, who could have called?
How old is the child, ma'am?
6.
6 years old?
Yeah, we went to Legion Hall and we stopped in here for a beer.
Well, you realize that it's
Yeah, I know.
5 minutes after 1.
Yeah, but you couldn't say.
You feel this is a
Did
proper
somebody call
environment?
you? No, I know it
Like
isn't. He's
this?
my grandson. And he once in a while, I have him with me, and I stop in here once in a while, and tonight I stopped for 1 beer, and we've just been here. Somebody called you?
Yes,
I can't
ma'am, we received a
understand
call.
it. How
I
can they
can.
be? People be like that.
Well, certainly he has no business being in a bar
No,
at 1
I
o'clock in the morning.
understand that. It's not a habit.
Certainly, regardless whether it's a habit or not, it...
I was just kidding in there now. I was near the grandma to take him to a bar. But this is like
Does his
home.
mother live in Sacramento?
Mm-hmm.
How is it? You have him on the weekends, do you?
That's right.
Where does his mother live?
Here in town.
Where do you live?
Here, right around the corner.
Well, do you want to take that child home?
Certainly, I do.
Right now?
Certainly.
Fine. Under the circumstances, I think that'd be an advisable thing to do. You can't understand anybody calling.
No, because I'm not drinking, really. You can see.
Well, ma'am, the idea is that this isn't the environment for a child that age.
Don't you
6
think
years
I
old.
understand that?
Apparently you don't. Apparently you don't. Do you feel that you do?
Certainly. Look, I know that you don't take children to bars. I understand that.
Well, then why is the boy in here? Do you really?
I most certainly do.
Well, then why is the boy in here?
Don't you make an exception?
Not in the case
I
like
am
this,
not
I-
drinking. I mean, I'm not intoxicated.
You
can
have
see
been
that.
drinking, though. It's
There,
obvious.
yes. I just came from the 21 Legion Hall just
Yeah.
now. And we stopped in here to have...
How do you feel about this, son?
Oh, poor thing.
Would you like to go home and go to bed? Do you spend every weekend with your grandmother?
No, he doesn't spend
Huh?
every weekend with me.
How about it? Do you end up in the bar, huh, on the weekends
You
usually?
know something, you're putting ideas in the child's head.
I think
Somebody
you're
called.
putting ideas in a child's head, ma'am. This is not a laughing
Somebody
matter.
called. I know it isn't. Don't
If it
tell
were
me.
my child, I tell you, I'd strictly forbid for you to have anything to do with him.
You want to investigate my life.
We're not
my
interested in your life. We're
history,
interested in the child's
And
life.
I brought up his father. And I have
Well, I
never
hope to
had an
think that you
occasion.
didn't take your own son into a bar at
Never.
1 o'clock at night.
And I'm telling you, I have never had an occasion. You want to talk to my son? He's 25 years old. Never had an occasion of this sort.
Do you want to
Been
take
in a
this
bar.
lady's name and all? You have a piece of paper and all? You better.
Are you going to make an issue of this?
Under the circumstances, I don't think we have any other choice. You're just
can't
taking a lighthearted
understand.
attitude about it.
No, I'm not. I'm more serious than you are.
Well, we're advising you better start heading towards home and take this little boy and get him off the streets.
Who would call? Imagine
At 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't either.
Isn't that something? This is the first time in history that this has happened. I don't understand this. This is the first time. I wonder who called.
Well, somebody called evidently thought the child shouldn't be there, too.
Well, look, you see, you walk in a restaurant or a bar for a beer, and we just got here.
The thing is, ma'am, at 1 o'clock in the morning, that boy should be home in bed. It's certainly not, it's not only not the place, it's not the time.
I can't, well,
That
I
child
guess you
should be
have
in
to
bed
do your
getting
duty
asleep.
because they called you,
It's
right?
not a question of doing your duty, it's a question of the right thing being done.
How old is the boy?
6.
6? The
Did
boy's
you call?
telling me.
Yes, I did.
I think that's a terrible thing
I don't
for you
think
to
it
do.
is. I don't think it is. Because I have an ex-wife that I have a little boy just
Well, I
like
think
that. And
you're
I don't
pretty-
like to see a little boy like that.
I think you're bitter.
No, I'm not bitter.
I don't think he is.
I think he
I don't
has
think I'm
a...
bitter at all.
This is my grandson, and once in a blue
That's
moon,
all
he
right.
comes to town and
That's
stays with
Well,
me.
then, once in a
We
blue moon,
went-
if you're taking and treating him like
Yeah.
he is now, then he shouldn't be with you at all.
And we go to the Legion Hall we went tonight, and I live around the corner, and we stop by to have a beer.
But I know that little boy there has not had the attention of a father.
Yes, he has.
No, he hasn't. He has not treated me like that. He has had an attention of a father that
You
he
are
should have had.
sadly mistaken.
No,
Was this
I'm
boy
not.
with you when we
Don't
first
tell me.
arrived?
Yes, he was.
You were
He was
taking care
sitting
of
on
him?
my lap. Yes,
Well,
he
because
was.
you talked to him, you brought him
That's
peanuts, and he
right,
came over and
that's
talked
right,
to you.
because he needed
Isn't
attention.
that
See, as far as you were
terrible?
concerned, we asked who the child belonged to, and what are you asking? Why?
Yes,
At
because
1 o'clock in the morning, you don't even know where the boy was. When we in fact, when we walked in,
Now,
you
that
were
little
huddled
boy
over a
right there, we
beer.
should not even be
Naturally,
discussing
I'm
this in front of that
telling
little boy right there.
That's
because
right, you're making an issue of it.
I'm not making an issue of it, but I still
I
say we
think it was
shouldn't discuss
terrible
it
of
in
you
front of him
to-
because he
to
is a
do
minor
this.
child, and
You are
so
bitter.
therefore,
You
no,
are
I'm not bitter. No, ma'am.
This child has a beautiful home, a wonderful father and mother.
He doesn't know now. He's a scared rabbit right now.
No, he isn't. Right now,
Yes,
you
he
have
is.
scared him.
Well, I think under the circumstances, we're not going to discuss it any further. Either you take the
right.
child home or you're going to
Naturally,
jail.
I'm going to take
You
him home.
understand that, ma'am?
I understand perfectly.
All right, let's not abuse a child any more than he's already been abused tonight. Take
That's
him home.
right. This is the first time
That's
he's
it.
been
I don't want
abused.
That's it.
It would appear that Grandma wasn't the best influence in the world for this child, but she finally accepted the officer's suggestion that she get the youngster out of the place, and I doubt that she'll do it again.
Unit 7. 910. 2 peeping toms at 2640. Check 7. Unit 5. Cover in on that 910-5. Check in on a 7.
That's a report of 2 prowlers or peeping toms out on 24th Street. It's Unit 7's call, but 5 is covering.
Unit 5 to KMA 907.
Go ahead, 5.
On that 910, we have a man in custody at 23rd and U.
Check 5. Unit 7. Unit 5 has someone in custody on your 910.
Unit 5 is holding somebody at 23rd and U. That's up the next block. Here's the unit in one of the alleys now. He has one person in custody. Let's get out and see what this is all about.
Where did you meet him?
Hello, Camper.
His partner that was with him took off running between the houses here.
He wasn't no partner.
You say he was a friend? Where did you meet him?
I met him up on Broadway.
He had a flashlight in his pocket too, Dan.
What's your story?
Let's carry a flashlight around.
What is your story tonight?
Well, I just went to a show down here, somewhere down off K Street. I was walking around. I walked up here to Broadway and met my friend up there. Walked around down here, and then he says a cop, and he ditched.
Where on Broadway did you meet this boy?
Oh, I don't know, somewhere up there in Lighted Streets.
You don't know where it is?
No, I just met him. I didn't look at
How old are
those
you?
street signs. 18.
You 18?
18, identification.
Let me see it.
Says he lives over on 19th Street.
Well, what are you doing over here?
I'm just walking around.
I guess you were. I don't think it's funny. We've got a report on you.
On me?
That's right.
For what? I always walk around about this time.
You were born in 39?
Yeah.
You know better than us what you were doing.
I was just walking around.
Well, why are you in this neighborhood? Any particular reason?
No particular reason at all.
Well, son, if you were born in 39, you're not...
Well, I just had my birthday last Saturday.
That makes you 17, not 18.
No, I'm 18. Oh, yeah. Oh, I had this made up when I was 17 years old. I was 18 September 29th.
Well, we don't believe it. We'll go by this card here.
Okay. But I'm 18
Where are your
years old.
parents?
At home.
They approve of you even if you were 18 to be roaming around the streets like you are?
Well, I am 18.
Do you realize what time it is?
It's about 1 o'clock.
It's after 1 o'clock in the morning.
Is it?
Okay, did you go through his pockets?
Just, lightly. We didn't check it too well.
You got a couple of wrenches, flashlight.
What's your friend's name?
The officer's asking you a question.
I don't know.
You don't know? Yet he's your friend, huh?
Yeah.
You ever been arrested?
Nope.
I think this boy might have been prowling cars, too. Have you?
Nope.
Let me see your hands.
Both of them were together when we turned the corner.
This fellow doesn't seem to know who his boyfriend is or what his name or where he lives. Yet you come around this residential area like you have tonight, darkened area with a flashlight and wrenches. Does that make sense to you?
No, it made no sense to me. You should carry a flashlight around with me.
Why?
I don't know. Just for any reason.
Why you carry wrenches with you?
And a bicycle.
You don't have a bicycle tonight.
No,
How about the, who is the unit on this?
Well, we got the call, Sergeant, but we got here a little late. Car 5 is the one that picked the boy up.
Well, Lopez, did you check with the house where the complaint came from?
No, we haven't been to the house yet. We were looking around with the area, trying to find the other boy.
Well, son, I think it'd be better for you if you cooperated with these officers and tell us who this...
Cooperate with.
What's that?
Ain't nothing to cooperate with. I didn't do anything.
Well, you want to take him over there and...
Well, we'll take him back over to the residence and talk to the property owner and see just what occurred over there.
Okay.
You still don't know what the partner's name was?
He ain't my partner.
Son, you're taking a very bad attitude talking like that.
I don't care. You don't got nothing on me. I didn't do a thing.
You having anything on you?
So what? Just because I had a flashlight and a couple wrenches don't prove nothing.
Well, if you're 17, you're out after curfew hours. And if you're 18, you could be vagged tonight. Do you know that?
For what?
Vagrancy.
Being on private property after dark.
Let's check this
What's
thing
on
out with the property owner.
Just walking
We'll do
around.
that.
Well, you
Okay,
go
we'll
with
follow
them
you
and get
down.
in that car over there.
There's the lady out in front now.
Can you positively identify his face?
Well, I'd hate... It certainly looked like him, sir.
What was he doing?
It was just right up against... I had just gotten into bed. And since I am alone, I like to keep my Venetian blinds so I look out. I guess it's crazy. And I just felt a noise, and I looked out, and there was this person. It was all looked very light. I couldn't say whether it was all dressed in white, but the top was white, right up against my window. I guess
That window
looking in.
there?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And that's all. And then I just jumped out of bed and walked into my dining room and called for someone to come out.
How many
that
were there
man.
here tonight? that you saw?
Just the one.
Just one?
Yes, sir.
We got information that there were two. Do you know anything about that?
No, because I had been out. As soon as I got home, I went to bed, and I heard another voice.
Oh, you heard two
as I was calling you, I heard someone say something, but what it was, I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. And I thought maybe it was my neighbors telling this person to get away.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's check that area over there, see if there are any footprints. It was over here, was it?
Yes, it was right here.
Yeah, there's footprints in this wet grass. I saw some right over in this corner here. Looked like the grass had been depressed. With this narrow flower bed, it wouldn't have been necessary to step in it to get close to the building.
He was underneath that flower?
Yes, right in between the two bushes as far as I could see.
In the middle there?
It was right up against the window. Mm-hmm. I was startled.
Let's take another look there.
Since I am alone, I don't want to appear neurotic and call every time I hear a noise. It's the first time I've ever called.
You do that.
And I didn't wait to see what he did. I just got out of bed and went into my dining room.
Yeah, Manuel.
I told him that we had seen a heel print similar to his in the dirt here, and he admitted that he said that he'd gotten tired and he walked up and stood up here to rest.
So he admits
being on this property, but he still doesn't know who his partner was, who his friend was.
Well, that's what he was doing, prowling the neighborhood.
Apparently so. We're going to bag him. He says he's 18 years of age. We're going to have to, he has no other identification, and so if he wants to be treated as an adult, we'll have to book him as an adult as long as he states his age is 18. Mm-hmm. Until some proof arrives that he's under 18, why he'll be treated as an adult, I suppose.
Yeah.
We'll put him in as an adult for the time being until they determine for sure what his age really is.
What do you have to say now?
Just what I said.
What did you tell these officers?
I told them I went up there and I sat down. I mean, I didn't sit down. I was over there in the grass and I stood up. And then I walked off and I walked on down that way.
Okay, 36.
And those cops came around. My buddy said, "There's a cop," and he ran away.
Well, what were you doing up by the window? Why couldn't you sit down by the curb here?
I didn't want to.
You wanted to take a look in the house, I suppose.
No, I didn't want to take a look in the house.
Well, what was the reason for going up to the house?
I didn't go up to the house. I just walked up there in the grass.
That's your story.
That's my story.
You're going to stay with it, then?
Stay with it.
This juvenile prowler wasn't 18 years old, as he claimed. He wasn't 17, as it appeared. He was 15 years old and engaged in very dubious activity, either as a peeping Tom or a car clouder. He was held overnight and released to his parents.
This is Unit 99. These on-the-scene tape recordings were provided by the Sacramento Police Department and were made on duty by Sergeant Dan Meredith in Unit 99. Your host is Chief James V. Hicks of the Sacramento Police Department.
KMA 907, Sacramento Police. Unit 99. Are you in the clear?
Unit 99 to KMA 907. Unit 99, Sergeant Meredith, 909, in service, on the air.
You have just heard an authentic police action as reported by Sergeant Dan Meredith in Unit 99, in service, on the air. Next week at this same time, another on-the-spot tape-recorded event presented in cooperation with the Sacramento Police Department. Unit 99 has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.